Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. A pleasant morning, everyone. I am Narbina Iba from BS Ed 2A. So, I'm going to discuss the sources of Philippine educational jurisprudence. But these are the objectives of my topic. Number one, talk about the sources of Philippine educational jurisprudence. Number two, to gain knowledge of some educational law. Number three, to learn about Philippine education system's legal basis. So, the Philippines educational jurisprudence is hereby declare the policy of state of to protect and promote the right of all citizens to quality basic education and to make such as education accessible to all by providing all Filipino children a free and compulsory education in the elementary level and free education in the high school level. Additionally, understanding the legal system lays the groundwork for learning how to apply the fundamentals of judicial, administrative, and constitutional law in educational contexts. Moreover, both at the federal and state levels, the courts have had a significant impact on the growth of the education system. The main sources of Philippine educational jurisprudence is the number one, Constitution, the fundamental and supreme law of the land. Constitutional education, the state shall provide free and compulsory education of all children in the age group of 6 to 14 years as a fundamental right in such a manner as the state may by law determine. 1987 Republic of the Philippines Article 14 Section 1, the state should protect and promote the right of all citizens to quality education at all levels and should take appropriate steps to make such education accessible to all. In this section, they want to promote an education that is free to all the students and should be accessible to all citizens. And also this section explain why we have this kind of quotation, which is the education is not a privilege, it is a right. So the section 2 states should number 1 establish, maintain, and support a complete and integrated system of education relevant to the needs of the people and society. Number 2, establish and maintain a system of free public education in the elementary and high school levels without limiting the natural right of parents to rear their children. Elementary education is compulsory for all children of school age. So number 3, establish and maintain a system of scholarship, grants, student loan programs, subsidies, and other incentives which should be available to deserving students in both public and private schools, especially to the underprivileged. Number 4, encourage non-formal, informal, and indigenous learning systems as well as self-learning, independent, and out-of-school study programs, particularly those that respond to community needs. And number 5, provide adult citizens, the disabled, and out-of-school youth with training in civics, vocational efficiency, and other skills. So in this section, it is explains that in the Philippines, the mission of non-formal education is to equip Filipino what is cerebral knowledge, skills, attitudes, and values that will able to him or her to think critically and creatively, humanly, and improving of quality innovatively his or her life and that of his or her family, community, country with its literacy programs and fundamental development projects and aim to minimize the number of illiterate out-of-school youth and adults, as well as continue education from vocational training to adult training classes, from family planning sessions to cultural and leadership workshops for community leaders. This system of education encompasses a wide range of activities. The number two sources of Philippine educational jurisprudence is statutes. It include acts of Congress, municipal charters, municipal legislation, courts rules, administrative rules and orders, legislative rules and presidential issuances. Statutes is a positive statement of legal rules enacted by legislative. Republic Act number 10533. Act refers to Republic Act number 10533, entitled An Act Enhancing the Philippine Basic Education System by Strengthening its Curriculum and Increasing the Numbers of Years for Basic Education, appropriating funds therefore and for other purposes, otherwise known as the Enhanced Basic Education Act of 2013. In a historic moment for advocates of education equity, President Benigno Aquino III approved Republic Act 10533, signing into law the K-12 program on May 15, 2013. Education Act of 1982, this was an act providing for the establishment and maintenance of an integrated system of education. In accordance with Section 2, this act shall apply to and govern both formal and non-formal system in public and private schools in all levels of the entire educational system. Republic Act 10157, it is also known as the Kindergarten Educational Act, which means kindergarten education, the first stage of compulsory and mandatory. Republic Act 10627, the Anti-Bullying Act of 2013, this law is one of the first anti-bullying laws in the world. The number three of sources of Philippine educational jurisprudence is case law or jurisprudence. Case law is a law that is based on judicial decisions rather than law based on constitutions, statutes, or regulations. Also, the word jurisprudence derives from the Latin term jurisprudentia, which means the study, knowledge, or science of law. Jurisprudence is the body of case law on particular topic. A case is a decision rendered by a judge or justice of the peace after hearing or all of the sides to a dispute, and the structure of modern format. Judicial decisions follow a standard format, the style of cause containing the names of the parties. And that's all po. Thank you for watching and listening.